We did a thing.
Ooh, what is good, people? Welcome back to another video. Ben's got a new car. Go.
Go. Welcome to my 1995-ish cabriolet. That's too long.
Are you just gonna leave it at that? We're gonna be doing something that, as far as we know, has never been done to a Mark III Golf before. It's been done to other models, but not one of these. We are going to be planning on making a Stubby convertible. Now, I'll chuck in a picture now to give you an idea of what the aim is to look like. He's obviously got one that's already quite rusty and is going to want cutting up anyway. So it's not like we're... You just wanted to use that tool for ages, didn't you? Yeah. So we're going to cut it up. It's going to be a fun project. If it doesn't go to plan, the car doesn't owe him much money. We're just going to have some fun with it. Hopefully it does go to plan, and hopefully we can produce something quite hilarious. We have stripped the rears, all the mechanisms out, everything that was pretty much attached to the rear. This section we think is going to be, we're going to cut it roughly here, straight down and straight across, because this is the section we're going to be keeping. And then everything up, we've done a couple of measurements, and we're going to be basically cutting, pushing the car up to it, and then weld it all together. We've made some measurements kind of from the aperture of the door to this section, and they're both the same at the top and the bottom, so we know when we're touching the car, as long as they both have the same gap, we should be good to go. Ben is itching to cut the car up. He just wants to crack on.
I'm depressed. I need something to do.
Let's do it then. Welcome to Jackass.
Ah!
I don't want to do it.
Go on, do it. Dude.
I don't think I've got enough. Oh, this is a big mistake.
Yay!
That's fun, do it.
I'm an old man. What am I doing this for?
We have now successfully cut the car in half, and we've just spent literally the past hour making videos, photos, and having an absolutely whale of a time in the right, Ben.
Yep. Basically, I've got to inspect how we're going to, because we need to keep as much strength into it as possible.
Good boy.
Because, you know, we've cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically going to be inspecting the ends there.
These bits, so
Yeah.
it's skin, it's got 5 skins, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And we're going to come on to overlap those as much as possible, so we can keep as much strength into it as possible when it gets welded back together.
Beautiful. Well, it's gone successful so far. At the back, I'm just going to say at the front, going to the back. At the back, even though we're at front now. We need to cut a little bit more off this. This was just an initial cut, just to make things easier. Because now when it's off the car, how it's all separated, it's easier to kind of mess around with. So I think Ben wants to cut roughly here, get rid of all that, which means we're going to lose part of the tunnel all the way across, and then at the front or the back of the car, we're going to cut roughly up to the gear knob, and then this will shorten by a hell of a lot, and it's going to look absolutely hilarious. The good thing about it is the car runs and drives already, so because Ben's lazy arse couldn't be asked to take the brake lines off, the fuel lines off, or the exhaust, we're going to have to sort all them things out before we can kind of put it on the road, but it's all stuff that will probably get done anyway. Yeah, I mean, guys, what do you think? So funny, absolutely funny.
Several days later.
I've got to put my hair up for the video. I've got to look presentable.
How long has it been since you've been on the channel?
It's going back a while now,
Was it the Mark 3 video that you did?
What, with the red Mark 3?
Yeah. That would have been it.
So yeah.
That would have been it. Wow.
It's been a couple of years.
No, it's nice to see you again. He's got the caddy van. What are you planning on doing with this? Just doing it up?
It's going to be a little camper caddy van, but it's still in its very rough stages.
Yeah, I mean, what was it, 500 quid?
It was the guy wanted 550.
It was a £500 van.
What would win? I want to see in the comments. This 100 horsepower caddy van, which weighs a lot, or the, what is it, 60 horsepower Mark 2? 75 horsepower Mark 2.
32 years ago, that. There's definitely not producing that much now.
Which is
especially after I fixed it.
Probably under 1,000, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's got to be under a ton. I reckon
could be close.
It could be.
Could be the slowest race of all time.
It could be the most boring race anybody has ever uploaded onto YouTube that nobody asked for. Right, so the task today is you want to weld your caddy with this section. Obviously the back bit is absolutely destroyed. So you're just going to kind of cut and weld. This is the current situation. We're going to be kind of pushing the cars up to, well, cars, it's still the same bloody car. I'll help you in a minute, I've just got to update the people.
It's easy to realize there in tires.
So you're going to reverse the back section up and then pull the front section up, so then obviously you've got easier workroom to kind of access the sections. Yeah, just measure up and cut stuff. The original plan was to cut to about here anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I want to try and keep this in a bit.
Right.
If I can keep these two skins and use these to overlap the bits on the front,
yeah.
If I cut most of the sill out, if I can get to that middle bit, in all words,
yeah,
and keep that bit like as a solid piece all the way through.
Yeah, and then cut. What will this section off?
Bit more.
Bit more.
Yeah. So the sill will be just decorative anyway on the outside.
Yeah.
So I can cut the sill off. I'm hole plunging them all.
Okay.
And I'm going to drill a pilot hole, but I can't find my spot weld drill bit anywhere.
Oh.
So Daddy's going to have to go shopping.
Send. Send.
Send?
Send. Do it.
I'm not royal.
Do it.
There's one there.
Damn. I'm the only one that's not cutting up my car today. I refuse to. At the minute.
Give it time.
And that's why I just says at the minute, because we've got stuff planned, you'll see. both of the seat rail frames have been drilled out and removed, and then on this section, if we come here, I'll let Ben tell the people what he's been doing.
We've drilled out the spot welds along the top, so we can separate the skins. As you can see, 1 and 2 are obviously together, but 2 isn't connected in here. So hopefully 2 will come with 1 when we undo it from the bottom. We're going to grind this down on the outside and hopefully find a bunch of spot welds we can undo them. And then we put a slit in the sill here. Hopefully that will separate those 2 away from the rest of the car when we undo the bottom. The A-pillar obviously goes underneath this sill somewhere. We can feel it. Hopefully it won't stop too short and we can peel this off and use it to piece back together from the outside. Gets most of the strength back in the car. What do you think?
Sounds good. I think you've done a decent amount of progress so far. Car's been cut in half. You've done all the prep work. We've done the violent bit. We've done the violent and untidy bit. Now we've got to do the gentle undoing, so we can keep as much strength back in as possible when we do it up again. Do you like my t-shirt? It's good, isn't it? I've overworn mine. But yeah, it's one of them projects where you just kind of chip away at it and see how it goes. But because it's not done all the time. There's no pages to go to, so you're pretty much having to.
I'm learning.
Yeah, work it out.
But this is how I learned to do the Vento coupe. It was literally just
do
take bits off the time slowly, and we solve it.
Fair.
How's Connor getting on?
I'm getting on all right.
What are you doing?
I'm fitting like a Bluetooth dongle to the kindly donated by Ben.
Everyone just donates stuff around here. I love it. I love it. Things just pass hands. Oh, for God's sake! I almost did it and chewed up my hand.
Right.
We've resorted to cutting stuff out. So the problem with it is that plug needs to tuck in the back, otherwise when you push the stereo in it hits. So we're going to chop a little bit out of this section, these bits here, and then when we're pushing it in it can kind of self drop down.
I've lost it.
Oh God. 30 seconds later. Alright, after...
No, first try.
I was just going to say, after our first attempt...
First try. Look at that, it's that easy.
It's awkward because of the extra adapter. So I didn't know, I thought that was the original bit. Do you know the extra bit you put on? I think that's so you can get the Bluetooth on, so...
Yeah, the Bluetooth...
so usually the wiring obviously comes out into a plug which has loads of room in it. But then you have to put a connector on top of that, and then you have to find some way to put that adapter. So,
are you winning, son?
I mean, this is where the radio doesn't work. I should have checked that first.
Let's come on. We've got to find some copyright-free music, right?
Yeah.
What I can do,
Ben knows,
is I'm just going to play 1 second.
Yep, it works. Right, little update after some B-roll. Managed to get the rear arch bashed in just a little bit. For anybody that's going to write any comments about how dodgy the job is and stuff like that, don't worry about it, because it's a DIY job, and you know, Connor's tackling this with literally zero experience and zero clue, so it's never going to go fantastic. It's never going to go, you know, to a professional level, but you know, he's going to do as best as he can. Yeah.
No, go to the back and get an exhaust note. Go to the back and get an exhaust note.
So we just bought a convertible, but the best bit is at the back. So I forgot to film an outro again. When I go over next, hopefully he hasn't done too much, but if he does, every time I go over I'll kind of update you guys to see what he's done in the process of me not being there. And then Connor's managed to get the rear quarter on and welded, which is commendable really, because he went in completely blind. He's got no welding experience, he doesn't really chop things out much, and he did it. He did it, fair play. That is it for the video. If you guys enjoy the Stubby content, do let me know in the comments down below. It makes me know you guys want to watch it. So make sure you give this video a like and subscribe, and we will see you next week for another video.